What's the worst thing your kid's school ever did? My son came home Tuesday with a rash all over his arms and neck, his eyes red from crying. When I asked what happened, he told me something I couldn't believe. His fourth grade class was having their weekly science experiment. The regular teacher was in a meeting, so the assistant principal was covering the class. She decided to continue with the planned activity, making goop with household chemicals. But mom, 3 kids told her that Ryan is super allergic to borax, my son explained. Ryan had a medical alert bracelet and everything. The school had his allergy documents on file. The assistant principal ignored them and handed out all the materials anyway. She told them to follow the instructions on the board and started looking at her phone. When Ryan politely asked if he could sit out or do a different activity, she said, "Don't be dramatic. A little powder won't hurt anyone." She actually made him participate or get a 0 for the day. Within minutes, Ryan started scratching and his face turned red. 2 girls went up to tell the assistant principal, but she just said, "He's fine. Get back to your seats." By the time Ryan started having trouble breathing, the kids were panicking. My son ran next door to get another teacher while a classmate grabbed Ryan's EpiPen from his backpack. The school never called an ambulance. They didn't even call Ryan's parents until after the other teacher had given him the EpiPen and his breathing improved. They just sent him to the nurse's office to rest. I found out later that the assistant principal told the nurse it was just a little allergic reaction and asked her not to make a big deal of it. Ryan's mom only found out what really happened because my son and 3 other kids told their parents. That night, our parent group chat exploded. Ryan was at the hospital overnight for observation. His mom shared a picture of his rash and swollen face, saying the doctor confirmed it was anaphylaxis. The next morning, I didn't go to work. Instead, I went straight to the superintendent with screenshots of our group chat, photos of Ryan's reaction, and the medical report his mom shared. I also brought the lesson plan showing borax was listed as an ingredient and Ryan's allergy documentation from the school files. "This wasn't an accident," I said, sliding the evidence across the table. "This was an administrator ignoring multiple warnings about a life-threatening allergy." My son watched his friend almost die because she couldn't look up from her phone. Within 2 days, the assistant principal was placed on leave. By the end of the week, the district announced a complete overhaul of their substitute protocols and mandatory allergy training for all staff. Ryan's mom is filing a formal complaint with the state education board, and 26 families have signed it. When I picked up my son yesterday, he smiled for the first time all week. "Ryan's back at school," he said, "and he got to pick the movie for indoor recess."